have me stressed out on a Friday night.
I
Don't do
know,
that.
right? It started loading. I was like, oh, okay, we're getting
Oh,
somewhere.
oh my goodness. I was a little nervous. Like, I know I ain't that far gone from software.
It,
Good.
it's
Great.
it's
Happens.
it's Instagram for you. I always have issues. Oh my goodness.
Goodness. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing on this Friday night?
I am so good. I'm so glad it's Friday. Work is done. Kid stuff is done. I don't have any AAU games this weekend, so I'm chilling with my
I know that's
food.
right. Yeah. Oh, I should have had one of those. I got water over here. Over here rushing, but same for me. Work is done. Kids are
Mhm.
going, so I'm gonna enjoy my Friday night on live with
Hallelujah.
you.
Well, thank you for having me. I haven't been on a show in a while, and I used to do my own show. Then I had shows with other people,
Really?
but I stepped back from podcasting for a while. So, yeah, it's been a few months since I've been on the show, so I'm excited.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm honored to have you back into the podcast world.
You're doing with the show too. I love because I haven't really seen many shows where um, like you're talking to other tall women about our experience in the world, our professions, and all addressing all different angles. So I really appreciate the platform.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
I can say the same for you. I'm loving the Royal Highness Facebook group.
Thank
It
you.
is everything.
Thank you. We try to do a little something, something. Trying to make sure we prioritize quality over quantity. So keeping it right.
Gotcha. I love
I'm glad
it. It's
you're here.
definitely intact, especially with those rules. I love it. I love everything about
I done had to
it.
kick out about 100 plus people in the past few days for
Oh,
not
wow.
following the rules. So yeah, I'm really serious about that thing. So,
Gotcha. I'm sure they'll be back though. It's a great platform.
yeah, thank you, thank you. What are we talking about
All right.
today?
So today we are going to. I always start off with my this or that game for all the guests, just to break the ice and get into the groove of everything. And I don't know why my screen it just keeps going blank. All right. Are y'all able to see me? There go my partner in crime, Mr. Keveezy. Are you able to see me? All right, so yes, I always like to start off with that game just to kind of break the ice and then just to get the games going.
Okay.
All right. All right. So the first one is heels and heel length. So stiletto or a chunky heel?
Um, Either one. So the
Okay.
funny story is, I shied away from it, honoring my true foot size for years.
Okay.
I was wearing a size 11 for probably the past 20 years. And about a year ago, not less than a year ago, about summer of last year, I stepped into a size 12, and it was the best thing ever. So now that I'm officially in my righteous
Mm-hmm.
size, I can go up to the highest hill I've worn out in public and walk for more than 20 minutes was 6 inches.
Oh,
So
okay.
do that now. So it really depends on summer. In summertime, festivals out here in Atlanta, I might wear a chunky heel.
Okay.
But out with my guy or out with the girls at an Atlanta brunch, I might put on some stilettos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm with you on that. So I'm pigeon toed. A chunky heel, I need that support, but I love a stiletto heel. I love the way
Yeah.
a stiletto heel looks with the outfits. I just feel like
Yes.
yes, it does.
Yes.
It definitely depends on where I'm going. Like if
Mhm.
okay, if I'm getting out the car, going straight into the restaurant or wherever, stiletto heel. But if I have to be on my feet and we're moving around a lot, yeah, chunky heel.
Oh, yeah. And
Definitely.
don't front. I'll put on some flats. I always have some flats in the car.
Oh,
Even in the
always.
community, when me and the girls go out in the Royal Highness community, somebody has some flats. And we all, we're about the same size. So, we make sure we take care of each other.
Yes, make
But
it
like it.
work, okay? I know
Exactly.
that's right. Yes. Yes. All right. So our next one is okay, so just a quick scenario, a 2-hour car drive. Um music. Are you gonna
Oh
choose
God.
neo soul or 90s R&B?
Oh my gosh. Um, oh my gosh. It depends on the time of day. A 2 hour drive. If it's at night, I'm probably going to do neo soul. I'm probably going to throw on some Floetry or some Badu. You can mix Badu, a couple of different genres there. Um, Saturday morning, um, and I'm feeling good. 90s R&B. I need that up tempo,
Yeah.
like that SWV, that Can't Talk, Tevin Campbell. Then yeah, I'm going. That's Saturday morning vibes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Favorite artist from each genre? Who would you say? Who would you choose?
Neo soul. If I'm judging uniquely on that genre, it'll be Badu. Like that's my best friend. And she just don't even know it. Like she's
I
my
know
auntie.
that's right.
Just
She
ain't
just
know
gives
it.
off that aura.
Yeah, we got that FAFO energy. So,
Yes.
love her. Absolutely love her. 90s R&B favorite artist. My God. And I don't even know if so for me, because Patti LaBelle lives across all like generations.
Yes.
When it comes to R&B period, she's my top. Chrisette Michele is not 90s, but she's second for me. So for 90s uniquely, oh my gosh, it's hard.
It is. A lot of great artists during that time, and I think that's probably why it's a little hard to choose.
Jeez. Yeah, I can't even think of one right now. I want to say Lauryn Hill so bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Jill Scott, if I
Yes.
had to pick, that's neo soul too. So I don't know. You kind of got me with that one. If you said hip hop, then I got you all day on. But R&B, I
Okay.
can't name just one.
Yeah. I'm from Philly, so I'm going with Jilly from
Jill
Philly
from
from
Philly.
Neo Soul.
Okay, Jill's a little freaky too. So I love her versatility and her lyrics.
Yeah, yeah. These most recent years, yes, she's been coming
Yes.
out. Yes, definitely. Neo
Mhm.
Soul. Wow, that is hard. Well, Neo Soul would be hard for me because I
Okay.
love Lettucey. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Another one.
so
Another one.
yeah, it's quite a few of them in the Neo Soul category.
Okay.
90s R&B. I love the groups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'm going with Jodeci.
Jodeci?
Jodeci.
Jagged
I
Edge?
think
Was Jagged Edge
90s.
90s?
90s R&B.
No, Jagged Edge was 90s.
Jagged. Was it like late 90s, early 2000s?
I think it was late 90s. I'm sorry.
I love some Jagged Edge too now.
And Boys to Men. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes.
I would have to
Great.
Boys to Men over Jodeci.
Over Jodeci. Okay.
Hmm.
Boys
Yeah.
had some hits. They had some good songs too.
Hmm. I don't know.
Got you
This
over
you
there thinking, huh?
had really good music then.
Right.
Really good music.
It was. It was. Now I
Hmm.
gotta ask because I heard you mention. Did you say rap? Are you more so of like a hip hop rap R&B? Not R&B. A hip hop rap over R&B.
Yeah, more hip hop over R&B. I'm a major fan of females in hip hop. Like I thought I was Queen Latifah back in the day.
You
Like
would.
I was in my own lyrics. I had my little boom box in my room. I didn't go out when I was in high school. I went home and I listened to my R&B and to my hip hop, my rap. I was a straight tomboy. Um,
Really?
hip Yeah, hip hop raised me. As a military brat, I grew up, all over the place, and that's the only thing that stayed with me
Gotcha.
wherever I went. So, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Lauryn Hill, of course. I'm a fan of Remy Ma. I'm a fan of Lady London, one of the newer ones. I'm a
I
huge fan of Rhapsody.
love Lady
So,
London.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I love lyricists. The second, the trash talking too is cool, but I just can't get behind I mean, Nicki is nice. She's nice with her lyrics, but the persona behind it, the whole bully, that kind of thing. I'm
Right.
not a Barb. I'm not a
Don't care
follower.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
not
why I can't really. Yeah, I can't really get with her like that.
Yeah,
For that sole reason. I like some
yeah,
of her songs,
yeah.
but the bullying, and I
Doing
don't
too
like
much.
that.
You're doing
Way
too
too much,
much. Killing myself.
right? Yes. I also love Lady London too, though. The most recent album she put out, I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I really love this with the zodiac signs, and
Yes,
yeah, she's
yes.
a Cancer like me.
I didn't realize she
Hmm.
was heavy into astrology like that until I didn't come up onto her music until about a couple of months ago. I was just listening to that track, Pop Your SHIT. I don't know if you cuss on the podcast.
Yeah, I do. Look,
Okay, Pop Your Shit. I was in the gym and it came on. I was like, hold on, who is this? And
right.
her delivery is what got me, and then that kept me from moving forward. But as far as hip hop artists right now, women, when we're speaking about women, Rhapsody, she's had me in a chokehold for a minute, and her new album comes out on the 17th of May, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I
Gotcha.
need some real rap this back. So yeah.
Now I have heard Rhapsody. I feel like she's like in everybody, like if there was a top five for female lyricists. But I
Hmm.
haven't really heard none of her songs. But I
Okay.
every time she's in everybody's like top five for females, so I gotta get into
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah. My favorite album. Um, yeah, she's a hard hitter. She's a conscious rapper, and she talk her shit too. So I appreciate that. And she
I
ain't
love,
out
love
here
when the
showing
rappers
out.
do that.
She ain't showing
Yeah,
out her uterus to get sales. So yeah, she's
right.
doing it right. And I
More
appreciate.
so lyrics. I love that.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. All right. I'm sorry, my phone is just hating on me. I don't know why it keeps trying to like
Always.
the screen. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So I have to ask the next one because we are a tall woman, and recently I have been coming across some other tall women on social media um, with the preference for men height.
Oh Lord.
So I was like, oh, I can't. This is perfect. I gotta ask her.
Okay.
Now, when dating, or if you were to date, do you prefer a man your height, short, or taller?
I don't know if my boyfriend watching this right now, but he always getting on me about first of all, my boyfriend now, he's 6'8".
Okay.
I between what was it two well no nine no 2001 and now, I've probably dated two guys that were significantly taller than me, like
Okay.
6'2" or above, 5'11". Other guys I've dated have either been my height. I'm 5'11", so like 6 feet, 5'11", or shorter. So the
Okay.
shortest man I've dated was 5'6". Um, the tallest man I've ever dated was 6'11", and I was uncomfortable dating someone that tall because I felt like he was hurting himself to hug me,
Really?
and yeah, I was very conscious about like wanting to hug him because I didn't want it to be inconvenient for him. It felt uncomfortable. And it was too
Mm-hmm.
much space in between. I'm a very intimate person, like be all up on me. And we couldn't do that.
Right.
Our position just wasn't matching in that way. So that was a turn for me that he was that tall.
Too tall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then when he walked, it was like, okay, it looks like, if you trip over a rock, your whole body gonna fall apart because there's just too much space between the ground and you hit,
Mm-hmm.
So it was awkward for me. The shorter guys, well, to answer your question, I don't really have a preference.
Okay.
Um, I I would like to date someone, and I am now, whose body composition is compatible with mine in all areas.
Okay.
I'm comfortable wearing my heels around shorter men as long as they're comfortable and they're confident. That's values for me. But the minute and I've seen that in shorter men and taller men, the minute your confidence starts to waver or the insecurity starts to peek through because you feel like
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of intimidating and I have a personality, you know,
Right.
so it's just like, okay, can you handle all this?
Right.
And most can't.
Right.
They can't. They
No, they
start to
can't.
feel. So yeah,
No.
that's the thing for me. How do you respond to my feminine energy?
Right.
If you handle it, then I can't date you. So
Right. Right. It takes away from a lot. Most importantly, the attraction, and yeah, it just
yeah,
does not mesh well.
yeah,
I agree with you on that.
yes.
Um, So I'll answer them with you, right? So I prefer someone at least my height or taller.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy because early on, when I first started the podcast, that was like really a thing. Like this tall girl busting out on the scene, and the first episode was about dating and short men being more confident, dating taller women than tall men. Like
Yeah.
they prefer shorter women, or they're just, I guess, once we throw our heels on, we can be
Yes.
up there. And
Yeah.
so I remember talking about, just going out on a date. A guy, I think he was 6'3" at the time, and I had heels on, so I'm every bit of 6'1". So, I just kept getting like looks like, okay. So I'm saying to myself, like, okay, so you're not confident in yourself
Mm-hmm.
versus going out with a guy that he can be like 5'6", 5'7", and he's just like, hey, no, this is
Yeah.
my lady. Yeah, she got her heels on, and she's nice and tall
Yeah.
and very confident too. So.
I've had it both ways. The man that I'm in with now, like I said, he's 6'8", built like a bus, and by a bus I mean like he's just firm and wide. And what I did not realize I needed in a man is that physical protection and the way that I feel just standing next to him. I like to feel tall. I didn't know I needed to feel that way as
Right.
a man. And with
Yeah.
him being so masculine and on top of that physically demanding and commanding the space,
Mm-hmm.
I'm dumb when I get around him. I don't think about nothing. I'm just
And
like, okay,
you
I'm
want to
free.
feel that though, right?
I
You
just
want to feel like,
so
okay.
complete idiot. Like I lose all my
Right.
senses when I'm around him. Like he got it. I trust he got it. Ain't
Right,
nobody gonna mess
right,
with me. My
right.
protector is here. So,
You want to feel that. And like I was saying early on in the episodes, I was saying I prefer a taller man because I want to have that security, like as far as dating a shorter guy.
yeah.
And you want to feel secure. And naturally, I'm an alpha female, so come on, like I need to know I'm good wherever we at. Like, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just like if we go out, because guys are gonna look, they're gonna approach if they feel like they have the space to do so. Either they're gonna wait till the guy walks away or whatever, and they're gonna try to make contact. With
Right.
short men, kind of when we're walking together, it's so much space left for opportunity. So
Yes.
from like chest down, but the chest up, I'm like, okay, I'm exposed here, sir.
Right.
I need you to cover this, and I don't need you to be jumping up trying to cover me. I need you to,
Right.
every masculine in the world to cover me physically in that way.
Right.
So, yeah, I need you to block the sun. That's the kind of height I need. So, yeah,
Right.
total eclipse.
Right. You're right.
I
No, I
love
feel
it.
you. And then you get that feeling of that sense of security and feeling like, okay, it's just giving out. My man got this. Like, I'm cool, and
Yes,
I don't,
yeah,
So yeah, I definitely feel that.
definitely.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. So our next one is restaurants. If you had to choose, would you choose a steakhouse or you are cracking up over there.
I already know the answer. I just talked to my man last night about this, and yeah, it's I'm a weird one. What are the
Really?
options?
So steakhouse or Italian?
If the Italian restaurant does not have white tablecloths, I'm going to Italian. If it does, then I'm going to the steakhouse. I have a thing about stuffy environments, and
Okay.
most restaurants that I've been with, they have a white tablecloth. They're very stuffy and snooty and uppity, and I'm all about ambiance and experience. If I see
Okay.
a white tablecloth, it's like what's that Medea show, the movie where she was saying something, wire hangers in the closet. She's like, no wire hangers or whatever. That's how I am about white
Oh, okay.
tablecloths.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I think it was the Diamond Mac Black Woman. I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
that's how I am
But okay.
about
Okay.
white tablecloths.
And
Like,
as you're
don't do
saying
that.
that, I'm like, okay, now I gotta ask, like, what is it? But now that you just explained it that way, I'm thinking about my restaurant experiences, right? Yeah, you're always, yeah, definitely a white table. Okay. And you know what? I kind of, yeah. That's wow. I never picked up on it, but the way you just explained it, yeah, I'm just thinking
Yeah,
about previous restaurants.
I can go somewhere that has a great ambiance and subpar food and enjoy myself. Like I can enjoy myself by myself because I'm like I am the party. Like bring the
Period.
fun. But
That's
a
right.
white tablecloth where I'm surrounded by like just stiff people who don't know how to laugh and enjoy life,
Mhm.
I will leave. I will get up and leave.
Yeah.
Can't.
It just like come you going out to enjoy yourself. Like, you know,
Mhm.
I definitely feel that because I don't want to go out and everybody is just so just you don't know how to like not network, but come on,
Just,
you just
just
go
enjoy
home.
yourself. Like it's too short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Life is
And with
very
it being
short.
tall, like you even know this, going anywhere that you go when you're tall and you know how to present yourself, you know how to dress or, bring your personality forward, people are just going to look at you, draw attention.
Naturally,
And I never want to be like the center of attention in a negative way, like all eyes on everything
right,
I do. I'm not that. So
right,
in stiff environments, that's always the case. And I can't, I don't like that.
right,
So,
right, right.
yeah.
I can definitely feel that
Mhm.
for sure. I'm the same. I wanna when I step out, I wanna enjoy myself. Okay, not like
Absolutely.
oh no, I'll never be back here. All right. Cool. So our next one and last one is if you had to choose for a place to go on for vacation, would you choose Jamaica or Mexico? Mexico.
Um, if I am going by myself, then I would pick Mexico. Um, if I'm going with friends or, my man, then it would be Jamaica. Um,
Okay.
because the whole Caribbean vibe in Jamaica, the beaches, the food, the culture, the accents, the food,
Yeah.
the balcony.
It gives, yes. I'm
That's
out here with my man. We're gonna enjoy as a couple's vacay.
yes. We need a full experience. So Jamaica with my man,
Mhm.
by myself with my girls, or if I'm by myself, then Mexico.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I had to choose, oh, I didn't even answer the last one. I'm rolling with steakhouse for the last option.
Are you a steak girl? Like that's your preference in meat and entrees? Is
um,
like steak dishes?
I love seafood, but I do love me a good steak, a good medium well steak. Yeah, I
Okay.
would definitely choose that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can only rock with steak like probably once, maybe twice a year. It,
Really? I thought you were gonna
and it
say a
depends
month.
on the event.
Okay.
It really depends on the event.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tear some pasta up, all them carbs. Mad
Right.
about
Ooh, the
it
carbs.
later.
Woo.
That's, that's another story.
Right. No, I don't eat steak as much. Probably like once a month, if
Okay.
I had to say. Yeah, I'm really seafood and chicken, like everything.
I love some seafood. I,
Yeah. Yeah.
I might have a steak.
Once the like, all right, you said 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, once in the blue for real.
Yeah. I haven't had it this year at all, I don't think.
Wow.
I've changed.
Right.
So yeah, your destinations, Mexico or Jamaica?
Yep. So my destination, I will go with Jamaica. I was there
Okay.
last year for my
Oh,
birthday and had a time. A
nice.
time.
Nice. Oh my God.
Yes,
What did
it
you
was
enjoy the
such a
most about
vibe.
Jamaica? What did
What you say?
you enjoy the most? What did you enjoy the most?
Just everything. From the time I got there, they were just like happy, earth strong. Everything was. It was just so welcoming. And
Okay.
I know, when you go to other places, they can kind of sense that you're not from there, but everything was like everything was so welcoming. We like toured like the whole island, and it was just I can't just pinpoint one specific thing. Although I did love Rick's Cafe. It was such a beautiful, like, oh my goodness, the scenery, the cliffs. No, I didn't jump off the cliffs. If
Oh
anyone knows
man,
about Rick's Cafe,
I gotta do
you
that.
oh wow, you're one of those type of people, huh? You gonna go?
Serious. I'm a full blown Sagittarius. I'm an adventure a thrill
Ooh,
seeker. Gotta do
wow.
that.
But you got to
Rick's
go back to
Cafe.
Rick's Cafe because they had it was like 3 different tiers with the heights, and I seen the guy jump off the top, and I was just like, whoa! Just watching him go all the way down.
Oh man.
Oh my! And I kept saying before I got there, right before I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like it's my birthday. I'm going out there. I'm going to jump. I got out there and was right on the sideline, just looking like, oh wow. Oh, okay. You did
Gotta
that.
do
You
it.
did that. He
You
had some
gotta
white
do
vest
it.
on and everything.
Oh man. I gotta try it.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. I'm
Please
a huge
do.
thriller. I did skydiving for my 40th 2 years ago and enjoyed it and definitely do it again. So the cliff diving, yeah, gotta do that. I'm gonna
Well,
take you with me. You come back to Jamaica. We're gonna
yeah,
cliff
we're
dive.
gonna go. Hopefully some of that can rub off on me and I'll be like, you know what, hold on, I'm going for it. Come on, let's do it, girl.
I'm very convincing. I can get you out there. I'll get you.
Woo, I'm telling you, I was looking though, like once I got there to actually see it in person, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be on the sideline here.
No, no fear. We got this.
Yes, yes. But it was definitely a vibe. Definitely doing Mexico this year.
Okay.
So I'm just like, all right, I want to go there. I haven't been there yet. But yeah, so I would choose Jamaica for sure. I would not mind going back right now.
Nice. I did some people call it Tulum or Tulum or however people pronounce it, but I did that for my 40th too. So I did skydiving in Mexico for my 40th, but I want to go to Mexico City. And then of course Jamaica. My best friend is Jamaican, and the first time I go, I'm going with her.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go with her because
Yes.
I don't want to get so.
Right. And she probably knows exactly where to go, and oh, that's gonna be lit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. She got her accent, and she's look full blooded Jamaican. When she get around her friends that are Jamaican, they start talking. I go on the side, just like whatever, just translate when y'all get
Right.
done because I don't know what you're talking.
Oh wow. Oh, so you really gonna have a great time when you go here.
Girl,
Yes.
I have no idea.
I know that's right. Oh, that's dope. I know. I don't know when exactly I'm going to Mexico, but I'm going to get there. Is there any places I should try when I go? Well, you said Tulum. I don't even know what
Yeah,
part of Mexico.
yeah, that, and don't get me to lying. I did a lot of just exploring, just going wherever in whatever was within walking distance, and I did a lot of what do you call those caves? Cenotes.
Okay.
My main course going to Tulum was to get into at least 5 cenotes, and I did.
5.
Yeah, oh my God, they're beautiful. I deep dove into one. It was absolutely gorgeous. I went snorkeling, of course, zip lining and all that other stuff, which is, typical for me. But the cenotes is the reason why I went to Tulum, just to do that. And I accomplished that. The food was delicious. Oh my God, what do you call that dish? Oh God, I have to remember it and tell you. But the food there was great. The nightlife was good. I went with my mom for my 40th, but she stayed in a room most of the time. So I met complete strangers there. They were from the U.S., different, cities in the U.S.
Okay.
But we all just met, and we were all out at some party. There was like some Caribbean party one night, and we all met, and we went on a yacht the next day and enjoyed ourselves. And I had the best time with these ladies. It was
That's
amazing.
right.
It was amazing. So yeah.
Yes. Oh, I can't. I'm excited to go now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Yes.
Good time. Yeah, have a good time.
That's
Definitely a lot to do.
Yeah, I always say wherever I go, VK, you gotta have a good nightlife because I want to be out. I'm not going to be on a resort. I want to be outside. I want to explore.
Yeah.
Just always
Yes.
have a good time. Yeah, and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to eat where the locals eat. I want to shop where the locals shop, and I want to learn their way. Like I don't want to be a tourist. Like teach me your way.
Right. And that good, authentic Mexican food, I can only imagine.
I had some real street tacos. I don't know how much weight I gained that whole week, but it was worth it. It was
Right.
definitely worth it.
The experience. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Mm.
All right. Well, we definitely broke the ice with those this or that questions. All right. My screen's still hating on me over here. I gotta keep checking the screen.
What's wrong with it?
No. It's all right. I'm getting through
We are.
it.
We are.
All righty. So my next question is, what motivated you to become a solutions architect? Well, if you don't mind, what exactly is that?
So my role, well, I work in the marketing sector of tech, of IT. So I work for a company called Active Campaigns, email marketing firm. Before that, I worked for MailChimp, which more people are more familiar with. On the solutions team, we are the product, we are the SMEs for the platform or the product. So essentially, we work within the sales org to help the sales team or sales rep co-sell the product to potential clients. So essentially what they do, they go out, the sales reps or the AEs, they go out and source the clients, go through their use case, see if it's worth even digging into. And if they feel like it is, worthy, they'll come to us and say, hey, we need you to see if this is a good fit for the business. So we analyze their current tech stack and landscape, see what components they're working with, whether that's custom integrations or out of the box integrations like e-commerce, Shopify, WooCommerce, or whatever. Okay. And we discern whether our product would enhance or improve their current landscape, if we can add something to it. The best part of my job is that it's technical and it's personality and behavior. So I love being the honesty factor, the honesty piece in the whole conversation. So if it's not a fit, like I'm like, yeah, I see what you're working with. Our product is not going to fix that. It's not going to help it. It's not going to do what you need to do for your use case. Then I can tell them, no, it's not going to work. And oftentimes the sales reps will get upset. They're like, hey, this is 40, 50, 100, $300,000 on the line. And you're telling me, no, I can't have this deal. And we get to say, I said what I said, or we get to say, yeah, this is a perfect fit for it. And this is why. And we bring that deal over the line if they trust us or if they feel the same way. So we own the deal from the time that we get on the call and go through their whole, discovery and all this stuff. And sometimes till way after when the client is actually implementing our services or our product into theirs. So we have to, follow through to make sure everything's working through implementation, migration, and all that stuff. So
okay,
fun. I love it.
It sounds like it. Sounds like it. And I love the fact that, like you said, y'all have to say so to say, even though no matter how much money is on the line, it's like if this product is not going to benefit, like kind of what's the use?
Yeah. It's to a lot of different stakeholders, from the CIOs, CEOs, the ones who know nothing about their technology, to the developers, the ones who are in charge of implementation and integration. So it's having to speak to all those different personas and communicate what I need to say to them effectively so that they understand it. So,
gotcha. Okay, that sounds dope. Now, you did mention that it's a part of IT.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a technical role. So a lot of solutions architects need to know programming because part of implementation, maybe programming, APIs, architectures, protocols, authorization, authentication protocols. You need to know a lot about the latest trends, staying up to date on that, especially with AI. You need to know your competitors, releases, all that stuff. You need to stay abreast of all the technology trends according to that product so that you can bring together a full, and fluid use case or case to the table for the client, telling them why this is a fit or why it's not a fit based on the information that you've gathered. So yeah, I'm a very nosy person when it comes to tech. Really? So I like digging into different people's or different products, stuff so that I can, present my best self for my clients.
Right. That's good. You seem very, very thorough with it as well.
I am. And I attribute a lot to that, to parenting. Parenting 5 children, for the most part single. You learn how to pivot really easily and quickly.
Right.
And You learn how to put your big girl panties on and get to the root of the problem, or find fit without dabbling too much in tears and sorrow and stuff.
Right.
So I focus better because of my experience in parenthood.
Wow. So different, but yet everything which you just explained is like the same tools, right? Ooh, with parenting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it teaches you a lot. Just a whole
Yes,
lot.
yes, yes. Yes. Now, how does, because your page working out, girl, you be with it, and I seen the weights
Oh.
lifting, and I was like, okay, Autumn really be, listen, I'm just getting into my fitness journey with one of the other ladies I had on the show. Her name is Sheree, so I joined her fitness accountability group, and tomorrow is my last day, and it was 6 weeks, and I'm just like, oh, this was really motivating.
Wow,
And I've really
congratulations.
been going to the gym. I'm like, I never used my gym membership this much. So I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay,
Good
look
stuff.
at me.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
I'm always observing, and I'm going to the gym. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm seeing all the girls in there really lifting weights. Like they're not just walking on the treadmill, and,
Yeah, no.
they're really in there working out.
Yeah,
Same for you. Like you really work out.
yeah. Yeah, I work out a lot because, first of all, I eat a lot. And I love to eat. My boyfriend knows the quickest way to make me happy is to give me some food. Um, that's always my thing. Just give me some food and I'm good. I'm not even mad no more, whatever we were talking about. And then well, there's three reasons. I'm a little vain. I modeled for a bit, and, coming out of modeling and, I never played sports in high school or anything. I didn't engage in any type of sport until my 40s, actually, playing kickball. But when I grew into my length,
Mm-hmm.
when I finished my awkward tall girl stage,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, okay, I need to build some curves. Like, I
Right.
need to take this little booty and put some muscle on it if I'm, fill out
Okay.
this skirt and these pants. So I started focusing more on working out, especially after I had my daughter, because I never wanted to be the tall, like, crazy looking mom, the one who looked like she had 5 kids. I never
Right.
wanted to be that mom, and I wanted to be able to keep up with kids. So they really motivated me to start my workout journey. And then I realized the benefits of it for me as a mom was the energy that it gave me to keep up with them and every other demand I had throughout the day.
Right.
So if I want if I want to even complete my day in a productive manner, I know I have to work out. It's not even a question. Like, I I give myself grace when I don't feel like it or if I want to do something else, but I'm always working out in some form or fashion. And it's more for me than anybody else. So
Right.
I'm a driver.
Yes. It's definitely a peace of mind. Like
Mm-hmm.
with just dealing with stressful situations, and I actually physically feel much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I hear in the past I would hear working out and oh, I'm like, this is gonna drain me. I'm gonna be so tired. Like, but it's like the complete opposite, and I really feel good about it. I'm also a foodie. I love to eat. So I start packing on the pounds and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gaining weight and I'm in the area. So okay, let me, get in here, tone up. My main thing was definitely just, I felt like weak. So it was just strengthening. That was the goal. But yeah, so I definitely, I like working out. I can say I'm a
Yeah.
gym girly now and really feel good about it.
It was fun. Like, you find your group, you find your crew. Like, I met a lot of women at the
Mhm.
gym. Met some great people, men too, at the gym. And I do what I want. If I want to dance or meditate before my workout in the gym, I do that, and there's no judgment. I have fun, and I think that's what it's about. Just listening to your body and doing what fits you. Like,
Right,
that's it.
right, right. And how often do you work out in a week?
Um, it has slowed down. I used to work out 5 to 6 days a week. So I would get up at my gym time was when the gym opened at 5 in the morning. So I get up at 4 o'clock, get ready, get to the gym because I would have to get back home, by 6:20 to get my kids up for school
The
and get
kids
them off
together.
to a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, this is my me time. Get it done now so you can get it out the way and you'll be set for your energy will be good for the day.
Right.
But now with my schedule, I can go sporadically throughout the morning. So sometimes I may work for like an hour a day some days, most
Okay.
days. So I'll go to the gym at 12 and then go pick up my son at 2 and then come back and do an hour work and be done. So it really just depends. But I still try to keep that, well, now it's probably 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but
You'll get there. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yes. I'm still motivated to continue, even though the group is about to end, because, like I said, I just feel physically, I feel so much better. And I'm like, what better way than to, like, even, stressful situations, just anything. I'm like, okay, this is like a 2-for-1. You work out, you gonna look good. You're dealing with stressful situations. If you do have them, like, okay, I can do this.
My boyfriend, he might have pissed me off the other day. I went to the gym, took my boxing gloves. I was trying to knock that bag off. I looked back at my video. I was like, oh, I was hitting that thing kind of hard. And I felt good afterwards. I'm like, oh, I'm not even mad no more.
Right.
But girl, you can tell that bag that.
Right.
It is a stress relief.
Right.
Poor bag.
Right.
Right. But I love it.
That's good. That's dope. Yes. Fit mommies. I know that's right. All right. So the next one, I was so excited to get into this one. Royal Highness.
Yes.
I'm just, I love the group. I'm just like, oh, I feel like I feel my tribe. Like,
yeah.
This is dope.
Yeah. Royal Highness was birthed out of a need for community and purpose. I've been a part of other tall groups, and the difference between our community, and I call it a community because it's not just Facebook. We have an online presence through our website and then offline through direct mail. So I handle, being that I work for a MarTech company, I handle the marketing piece of it. Mm-hmm. But, even though we're still fairly new, the intention and the goal is to extend way beyond Facebook. So Facebook would just be a branch. Mm-hmm. But unlike other communities or groups, this community is focused more on building around the tall experience, taking our unique abilities and perspectives and doing something for the community, like helping our youth mm-hmm. with acceptance, self-esteem, find, resources to make sure that they have what they need for fitting clothing, for all sorts of things. We're talking about an AAU team. A lot of us, there's a lot of coaches and athletes in our community, business people who have all these different skill sets and background. And the one thing we have in common is that we've had that awkward or standout tall experience. Right. Like somebody, you can look at your neighbor in the community and say, oh yeah, I had that experience too. Yeah. Or yeah, I'm having that experience right now. Yeah. So we want to leverage all of that and make it benefit the ones coming up behind us, mm-hmm. especially our own children, because mm-hmm. they still struggle with that. My oldest son is 6'6", and he was very quiet in high school, went to a predominantly white school, and he didn't tell me until after he graduated that he was bullied in 9th grade for being tall and nerdy. Wow. And, those things we don't think about because we think that society has evolved so much, right. But those are children, our youth still face. Yes. So I want to let them know that there's space for them too, right. That to those concerns. And they got aunties and uncles that went through the same thing. So yes. Support them in that. Yes. And it feels so good to be able to relate. Like, yes. Mm-hmm. And that's why, I feel like I feel my tribe because it is similar. I know, like you said, I can look to my neighbor. I know, girl, I know. You got a hard problem. It's an issue finding pants long enough for you. And exactly. Oh my goodness. So many other tall struggles that we all faced. And so it's always comforting for me to know that, all right, I'm not alone. There are, look, my cat's always making a cameo here. Get me. But yeah, so always,
you know, like it's always good to feel it. And then like, okay, I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Wait till you come out and you know, we do a group photo. When I first went out with the tall community, it was the first time ever in my life where when we were positioning ourselves for a photo, I was in the front. And I kept looking back like wait a minute now. Y'all sure ain't nobody shorter behind me?
Right.
I'm looking at other women like, oh, you're tall. And they're like, okay, aren't you tired of hearing that? And I'm like, yeah, but you're tall. You know, it was a mind blow. And it still to me is because I'm 5'11", but we have women who are 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'8". And I'm like,
okay.
how is this possible?
Right.
You know?
I feel like the short person.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I see other tall women on here and then like other like groups, and it's like a short tall girl and then there's like a tall girl. And I'm like, this is the first time I ever heard being 5'10" that I'm kind of like on the short tall girl side. So
some people call those who are in the fives short talls.
Right.
So they would call me short tall.
Right.
So yeah. It's funny. And I feel totally comfortable wearing my heels out any and every time I'm out because I'm like, you know what? The men come out and they're just, it's almost, you know, even though people date in the community because most of us don't look at extremely tall men with the same like fandom or fanning eyes as most women do because we're like, okay, I son that's your height or taller, so it's not nothing new or surprising to me to see a tall man.
Exactly.
And then some of the men look at us like, I got a sister that's your height, or my mom's your height. So, you know, it's more like a familial, you know, vibe. And also for some, hey, somebody on my level, and I don't have to bend over and break my back to give a hug to. And we got sports or whatever this experience is in common. So, hey, it's like an instant connection on some level with the men in the community. So it's really good. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I like that. Another thing I like is that a part of the entry you say where you're from, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I seen a few other people in there that's from Philly too, and I'm like, oh wow, this is dope. Like I'm loving the group. I really am. So I have other tall women in my family too. I told my cousin, I'm like, hey, I gotta send you the page. Like, come on, girl, you gotta come over here.
Yeah, we're still so we're very particular about who joins. Especially referrals. I love referrals because it's like, okay, you on that person's reputation to come in. But we're very protective of the community, especially with the height requirement and the personality. Because like I said, the purpose is to build something bigger and positive. So I'm glad you are like enjoying it and that you're referring out because we definitely want to keep building in the right direction.
Right.
So
right direction is key.
Exactly.
Yes. So how often do you do the tall meetups? Because I do see one. You have one coming up, right?
Yeah. So in Atlanta. So I'm in Atlanta. The other two admins, they're in DC, Maryland. They're in the DMV area, and we're working getting ambassadors. We have two pending ambassadors in New York, and we're working on some others. But we did our launch weekend in DC in late February of this year. So we officially kicked things off then, and we had a good time. I had never been to DC, and we had a blast. Really? So it was a thing. Then we had a lot of things going on that weekend. My head was just spinning, but we had a really good time. And so there's a cruise coming up too in November that the Costa, the other admin, he's putting on. Tomorrow, so I do a lot of stuff in Atlanta a lot. So during the summer, especially when my kids are gone, I'm outside a lot. I just love being outside, period. So we're doing like a whole game night thing in Atlanta tomorrow. And then the next one is going to be an R&B Soul Music Festival, which is huge in Atlanta, Mother's Day weekend. So in Atlanta, we're constantly outside, but we're working on branching out so we can have other ambassadors in other big cities. And hopefully this summer we'll go get together in Houston because I've never been there either. So
me either. I always hear about H-Town now. All right, to pop out.
Anytime I put stuff on, just like the other admins, we can't just be popping out buying general admission tickets and stepping out with not the commoners. Not let me say that, but I'm a little bougie when it comes to events. Like I want to make sure I'm comfortable and not standing in the heat. So I need to make sure I have VIP
Yeah,
and that my community has VIP
yeah.
because we ain't royal highness for nothing. We ain't gonna stand in the middle of a
It's
crowd
all
being
in the
looked at
name. That's right.
and sweating. The way people
Right.
give us so much attention when we step out. Are you a group of athletes? Are you a WNBA
The first,
team? You get so tired of those questions. Like,
right.
yes, white lady, whatever you say.
Yeah, whatever
Just
it is. Right.
let me get through to our space, please.
Right.
But yeah, it's a good time. So
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely got to make it out. I'm set. So I'm not too far. I think DC is like 2 hours from Philly. So, man, but it's all right because I got my eye on the upcoming events. I'm coming out. I have to come out for at least one of them for sure.
yes,
Come be with
I
this
got
guy.
you. I mean, yeah, you got to experience at least once.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
once.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So my next question is, and this is good because it's kind of rolling right into it as far as talking about the Royal Highness community, um, tall women clothing brands. Do you have any specific clothing brands you'd like to recommend?
Recently I started shopping at Akira a lot.
Okay.
Um, if I'm understanding correctly, like a while ago, it used to be like the Sheen, the kind of cheap brand.
Right.
I didn't know anything about it then, but I came up on it probably about 2 months ago, and there was this long, like beautiful dress, and it was I'm a very colorful. I can't tell right now with my black shirt on, but I usually like a lot of color, a lot of like a bohemian, vibe. I'm a free spirit,
Okay.
so anything that is unique, that of course fits my body well, I'm all for it. And Akira offers, they lean to that kind of or lend to that type of personality, and their stuff is like really long, which is great. It hits the floor for me. Their jeans and stuff hits the floor,
Okay.
and it's affordable. Their shoes go up to like a size 12 or 13, and that's the first time I ever walked into a store, a physical, brick and mortar, and was able to shop for my
Oh, so
size.
this is not online.
It's both, but yeah, they
Okay.
have like the major malls in the
Hmm.
big city. So when we went to DC, I found it in this mall, some affluent mall
Hmm.
downtown, as well here in Perimeter Mall and Phipps. They're all over, and the clothes are unique and pretty, and the shoes are nice and unique, and yeah, they have some really cool stuff. Um, Before that, I was most of the time I was looking at Express or New York and
Hmm.
Company or Gap for the longer pants, and
Right.
after washes it's like, okay, flood is coming.
Length
I
is
wore
going,
Yeah,
right?
length is gone. And it was a one-time deal,
Right.
and it would never last. And forget style, So,
Out. So
but
super basic. So
yeah,
basic.
yeah, yeah. It was a real struggle. But now it's a lot of online boutiques that lend to our lengths and stuff. TJL, they're a community member. She owns her own line, tjlcollection.com.
Yes, I
And
seen hers recently.
one of our members who came to the launch weekend, that's all she wore the whole weekend. And I was like, girl, where you get them long behind pants, workout clothes, fashion dresses and everything? She was like, TJL, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's quite a few boutiques out there now.
Right, right. I'm so happy to see that now because I know it was a time where, like you mentioned, like the old navies and the stores that supposedly have tall were not you wash and dry one time. That's it.
Yeah.
Length is going. But it's so dope to see, yeah, a lot of new companies coming along catering to us tall
Mhm.
ladies.
Yeah, definitely. Finally, after all these
I
years.
know it's been a long time coming. That's how I've been feeling
Yes.
lately. But I'm glad it's here.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be allowed to witness it in sport this styles because
Right.
it was a struggle in high
Yes.
school.
Yes.
Mm.
Definitely was. All right. So the next question is, what advice would you give to a young girl struggling to accept her height?
Don't believe what you tell yourself. Um, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional because I was a tall girl in high school. I did not want to be seen I did not want to stand out because I was so tall. And I was awkward with it. Like I was skinny with big boobs, big feet, long legs,
Same.
and tomboy. So, I couldn't find pants that were long enough. Couldn't find the shirts that would button up all the way because my boobs, I'm just like, okay, nothing fits. And then it was always an awkward, combination of the two.
Mm-hmm.
If I could find the two. And then, kids are cruel. They don't know any better. And, the cheerleaders were always short with like these voluptuous figures, and I'm tall and slim and really didn't know how to fit in. And plus I was a military brat, so bouncing from state to state or whatever 2 years, I did not lay down a foundation with people.
Mm-hmm.
So that made it all the more awkward. So I made up these stories about myself and my experience and what others may have thought about me based on my own insecurities. And it wasn't until after I graduated from high school that people started telling me, because I started opening up when I went to college.
Mm-hmm.
And going back and just, for reunions or just, high school games and talking to classmates. And their opinions and what they thought about me was totally different than what I assumed.
Right.
It was
admiration.
Mm-hmm. It was adoration. It was envy in some cases.
Yes.
Because tall was looked at as favored. It was
Mm-hmm.
favored. I was assumed to be the most intelligent, the most distinguished, and well put together. And to them, my reservation with communicating with them came off as like bougie or snooty or stuck up.
Mm-hmm.
When in my mind I was reserved because I was shy and I was scared. So I was making up stories about them pertaining to me, and it was complete opposite. So my advice, and my daughter right now, she's tall. Her teachers call her legs, and she's only in the 7th grade.
Wow.
But she's so confident with it, and she loves it.
That. Yes,
she's
baby girl.
Fierce little girl.
Yes.
She's like, and she walked like with the awkward model walk, the one that you would assume would never be a model, but she has like this like it's just the weirdest thing, but she owns it, and she knows. And I was like, you are the little girl I did not have the courage to be, and I'm glad that I'm there with you.
Yes. Oh my goodness, so many insecurities. I had the same. So tall, lanky, heavy chest, and and just oh goodness, and super shy with it. So just hearing that she's owning her height and that in the set, I'm loving that. That's so beautiful to see. Oh, and to hear. Yes.
And that's part of Royal Highness, just letting little girls or younger women know, like, we've been there, and this is what we learned from it, and this is what we understand about it, and how to help you through this, these phases. But different obstacles you face when you're a tall younger girl, like older men approaching you because you, especially as you start to develop, you look more mature because you're taller and you're more filled out or what have you, and a perception of a higher intelligence because of your height. That's a scientific fact. But I would tell her, just own it. Own your height. Own every inch of your height. Your big feet, if you have big feet, your fingers, your long arms, these piano fingers, these model hands. Somebody is paying money to get pictures of these hands.
Okay.
Somebody is paying money to get pictures of these feet. That's another story, but it's facts.
It's out there, though. You're right. Yes.
I try to say too much. My boyfriend watching, but he know. His legs.
That's facts, though. Facts is
people pay to admire you. So why you can't do it for yourself for free?
Right. Right. That's beautiful. I love that. Yes, just owning it and embracing it for sure. Yes. All right. Well, my next question and last question is, what can we expect from you in the future?
Oh Lord. What can Royal Highness will be a household name. It will make some changes for the tall community. We're slated to develop more community focused initiatives. Like I said, we're in talks about, our own team centers. Merchandise is coming out.
Yeah.
We're putting tall people on the map, and it's not just, the ones who kind of surf below the radar, but celebrities are going to be involved. We're going to make sure that people feel included and not just out here just winging it in the
Right.
cloud.
Yes. That's dope.
Yeah. As far as my profession with tech, um, I do, and I am working on my business, which is called Fly Nerd. The focus with that is exposing opportunities and the resources to my community, to Black men and women.
Mm-hmm.
For tech. So helping others like me break into tech with no degree, with a degree, with your current experience and background,
Mm-hmm.
just giving us the resources or providing the resources that we didn't see coming up, so that
Right.
we're more comfortable in those spaces and utilize the resource what we already have to progress in that field, or in that industry. So Fly Nerd is coming.
Oh, I'll be on the lookout for that because I know IT, I feel like it's been booming in the most recent years. It's just booming. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially with the onset of AI kind of like rapidly growing. A lot of people are afraid of it. I say embrace AI. It's a tool for you to grow and progress in your industry. It's not designed to take over your job,
Mm-hmm.
but to help elevate you in your job. So learning how to use and leverage AI for enhancement, not for intimidation. So
Yeah. I feel
yeah.
like AI was always looked at in a negative eye. So that's really
Mhm.
good. The way you just put that into perspective for me.
Oh yeah.
Because I will say, I kind of looked at it a
Um,
little negatively, like, oh, I don't really know about this. But
yeah.
yeah, I like the way you just put that in perspective. So, can
It can't
definitely.
beat. Yeah. Nothing can beat the human. Beat our minds, the way that we can pivot and create at the drop of a dime. We
Yeah,
pivot so quick, and our brains are unmatched, even by machine. Man versus machine, we top it every time. We just have to believe that.
Frank. That's key. Believing in it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's dope. This was a great episode. Ooh.
I'm glad. So in so long, I need
Really.
to get back into it. And I never ever like rehearse for shows. I never really prepare. I'm just like, hey, the more raw it is, the better.
Yeah,
And
because you got on here and you winged it. I'll be honest, because you did that. Because for me, I'm like, I feel like my nerves will take over, and I'll be like, oh no. So I like to know my questions ahead of time. But my other guests I have on the show, I have some that would like to know the questions, and some that's like, nope, nope, just let me know the time, like you did, and I'll jump on. Don't worry,
yeah.
and I admire that, like just in my journey of starting the podcast, because each episode I grow. I
Hmm.
get to interview and have guests like you on, and I take and I learn something from each guest that I had for episodes. So
Hmm.
it's so
Yeah,
dope
it's
to see.
yeah. You'll and the more you do it, it'll just come to you. Like you'll start to just pick up and develop questions as you go. But it's and like you said, some of your guests prefer to have that script, those questions,
Right.
that template sent to them beforehand. But I never stick to the script. That's the good and bad for me. But I prefer it my way. It's
And
served me
whatever
well so
works,
far.
it works perfect for
Yeah.
you. It really
Yeah.
does. Yes. 'Cause this is
Exactly.
a dope episode. I'm so happy we were able to get past that the barrier Instagram was
Oh
trying to
yeah.
create for us.
Oh
That
yeah.
was so I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
It's Instagram. It's
It
Instagram.
it
There's
is,
always a way.
unfortunately. Right.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So thank
because
you so much.
you went live, if you don't mind, like once you log off of it, it'll give you an option to save the live. If
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
save it, and then I'm gonna send you my partner in crime. He's the tech guy and the producer of the show. So
Okay.
you can send it to him, so that way on Monday our episode will be uploaded to YouTube, and then it'll go to all of the streaming platforms. So
Oh,
your
yeah.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify's, and Yep, it'll be uploaded there.
I gotta make sure I don't mess this up. 'Cause I haven't. So I just click X, right? When we get done, I click X and
Yep.
it's going to, okay.
And then it'll give you an option. It'll say, like, it'll show the amount of people that join or discard, and you'll just click, I think, shares at the bottom. And then it should share. And it'll probably be on your page up until, if you want to keep it there, you can. I'm totally fine with that. But then I'll just let you know his page to send it on there, to send it to him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to shoot it to y'all because, you know, I get to talk and I don't know, remember what I done said. So
Okay.
y'all take all the evidence and do your magic with it.
All right, got you. Well, thank you again. I'm definitely going to stay, yes, connected with you on over there at Royal Highness. And
Thank
on
you so much
Instagram
for
as
having
well.
me. It's been a good time. I can't wait to do it
Yes,
again. And I look forward to seeing you on the side.
yes, yes. And don't hesitate to come back. I tell all my guests, always welcome to come back on whenever y'all want. Just let me know.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.